All right, mathematicians. So today we are going to practice subtracting hundreds, tens, and ones on a number line a little bit more. So I'm just going to do a few model problems for you here. And I'm also going to show you that when you're doing this kind of subtraction, sometimes using your thousands chart is a helpful tool. So if you remember, for a long time, we were really using the base 10 blocks a lot. And mathematicians use tools often to help them make sense of ideas. So don't be afraid to pull out that thousands chart that you have, okay? So let me model that for you with this problem here. If I am doing the problem 645 minus 238, I'm going to start my number line by putting 645 on there. Okay, so I've got 645 on my number line. Then I'm going to subtract 238. So by breaking it down into hundreds, tens, and ones, it's going to help me to solve the problem in a way that makes sense. So if I'm starting at 645, first I'm going to take away 2 hundreds. So here I have 600s, 500, 400. So if I can do that in my head, I'm going to just model what I just did in my head. I subtracted 200, and then I ended up at 445. I didn't take away any tens or ones. I just took away a total of 200s. Okay, now I'm thinking about the number 238, and I'm thinking that there are 3 tens. So if I go back 10, 20, 30, then that's going to be what I do next. So here I'm going to put minus 30. And I know that this 4 is representing the tens place. So the problem is telling me to take away 3 tens. So if I take 3 away from 4, I'm going to be ending up same amount of hundreds, same amount of ones, but now I'd be at 415. So this is where the thousands chart can come in handy for you as well. So let's say that that would be really tricky for me to think about, like 445 minus 30. Well, what I can do also is find 445 on my thousands chart here. 445. So I found 445. And if I'm subtracting 10, remember, every row goes by tens. So if I just go this way, 10, 20, 30, I'm going to end up at 415, right? I just went back 10, 20, 30. So if that helps you to visualize and to get those answers, use your thousands chart as you're making your number line. Because now I need to go back 8. Okay, so let's say that was tricky. So I'm going to go back 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I would just double check it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When I went back 8, I ended at 407. So I'm going to show that now on my number line. So minus 8. I could also just think, like, what facts do I know? If I know 15 minus 8 is 7, then 415 minus 8 would be 407. Okay? Another way that you might need to break that up and think about it, you could think, well, if 8 was a number bond, I could do 5 and 3. 415 minus 5 would be 410. And then 3 less than that would be 407. So however you can count back to come up with the answer to that, whether that's using the thousands chart, whether that is thinking of facts that you know, and that is what you need to do. And you can show it on your number line however you do it. Okay, so that is just one more practice problem. And then again, remember, I'm not I am interested in the answers because we always want to be accurate, but it's your work and it's that practice of making the number line that is the purpose of this activity. So be sure, take a picture of that number line, put it on the page for me. All right. So second graders, today when you're doing your problems, you break those numbers apart into hundreds, tens, or ones, and then feel free to break them down even more as you need to. Mathematicians use tools all the time to help them. So as you're trying to count backwards to come up with what the total would be, feel free to use those thousands charts too. All right, work hard on this, come up with accurate answers, and know that this is helping to grow your number sense. Thanks, second graders.